Kirsty Hyde here. I'm one of the swimming coaches for Bristol Penguins Swimming Club. I'm also studying a Masters in Sports Psychology. So on Thursday I decided to deliver a goal-setting psychology session. This was through Zoom and this was a live video. So I just want to say thank you to the ones that engaged into this video. It's really fun to have you there and it's nice to see everybody. So within this live video we filled out our performance profile. So our performance profile looked like this. This was a blank sheet that was actually sent out to you through email. If you've managed to do that, that is absolutely great. But this video here today is to a little bit more help to how, if you didn't manage to tune into the live video on Thursday, to how to fill out this performance profile and how to create goals from this. So we're going to start off with defining what goal setting is. So goal setting is an action plan that can motivate swimmers to strive and achieve in their best. Goal setting is allowing the swimmer to have control of their goals. So the goals are down to you. It's not down to the coaches creating a goal for you. They can help with their goals, but initially it's down to what you want to achieve from attending your training sessions. So this leads into the aim of today's session of creating our own short-term goals, and this is exactly what we did on Thursday. We will aim to focus on our own swimming technique and motivational levels. So our swimming technique is basically our swimming stroke and thinking about our tumble turns and our skills that we have in swimming and trying to increase this, and also our motivational levels. If we focus on our swimming skills, then this actually makes us more task orientated. And if we enjoy swimming and we put in the effort, we tend swimming because we enjoy it, that makes us a task orientated and that makes us more committed to our swimming. Rather than attending swimming purely to focus on the medals and focus on winning, this can actually make us ego orientated, but we want to be more task orientated because it allows us to enjoy our swimming sessions more. So the first activity is to write down some words that come to your head from the word of goal. So just write down any words that come to your head for goal. And the words that I wrote down is improve my breaststroke technique, reach nationals, or break 30 on a 50 front crawl. So now I'd like you to pause this video and just write down some words that mean to you for the word goal. So how goals work. So goals should be written down to ensure maximum effort. Separate goals should be established for practice and competition. So for practice, a goal could be, I want to attend all my training sessions this week, or I want to put in maximum effort so I make the set times that are given to me in today's session. And competition can be, I want to make sure that my tumble turns are faster in this competition, or my dives, I'm focusing on my dives in this competition and I'll make sure my dives are better than my warm-up dives. So separate goals should be established, and the advantages from our goals are athletes who set performance goals have less anxiety, and anxiety is really important as it's about reducing them worrisome thoughts that we have or that stress we have, and goals can actually reduce the anxiety we have, and it can increase our own confidence and our satisfaction. So satisfaction is we feel more accomplished with our swimming performance, we are more happy. And the more specific the goals are, the more likely they'll be effective. So this whole session today is about making our goals effective for us, so make them effective as possible so we're more likely to follow them and we are more likely to have this increased confidence in reaching them. So our performance profile. So this is our performance profile again. Okay, so have that in front of you now. And then also I want you to have this sheet in front of you. So this also went out in the email sent out to us. And on Thursday, we asked everybody to pick 8 of these words and put them on the performance profile, and a mixture of 8. From the psychological, technical, tactical and physiological. We then got everybody in the session to read out what they wrote in their performance profile, so what they think was important to them, and they wrote them out. So we gave them a few minutes to write them out. And then after they've done this, there is then, you can see, a 0 to 10 on the performance profile. So 0 to 10, and 10 means that is a strength and you don't feel like you need to improve it anymore. It is the best to your potential. So there's no room for improvement. And 0 means that you don't want to attempt the skill at all into your competition or your training because you feel like you can't do it and you're not competent in doing this. So now I want you to shade in. So I've put down shaded in 2. So 2 means I really don't feel confident, but it's a bit higher than marking down a 1. So I feel okay with it, but I don't feel okay strength enough to use it in competition. And then I've also put down near enough an 8 for my dives. So that means it's a strength to me, but a small improvement still could be done. Okay, so the performance profile is like that. I filled this one out on Thursday with everybody else. So we had really good engagement with this one. Okay, and then so if you could pause the video now. Okay. So now you've filled out and you've shaded out your performance profile. We're moving on to this sheet here. And I want you to write down your weaknesses and then go on to writing down your strengths. Okay, so my weaknesses in my performance profile, I can now see it's my stamina, my tumble turns, and I could increase maybe my enjoyment in swimming. And remember, I said I can increase my enjoyment in swimming by being a bit more task orientated, by focusing maybe more on my own performance rather than beating others. So if you could write down your weaknesses and your strengths. Okay, so the next part is use your weaknesses and strengths to write down 2 goals. So I've now put down at the bottom, just as a little guide of how specific I want these goals. So I put down, I need to improve on my front crawl tumble turns. I'll aim this to do by improving my strength and power, since I've put that down as a weakness. This will be done with land training exercises that are given to me by my coaches. I'll practice my turns in my own time and time myself to see if I can become faster off the wall. So something about this approach. I could go into critique in this weakness goal slightly by just putting more of a time bound. So since we're making them maybe short term, I might put I want to do this in 12 weeks time. So that can be a more effective goal for yourself again. So maybe at the end now you could put them more of a time bound. So even if you did tune into the video on Thursday, maybe you could look at your goals again and just see how they can be a little bit more effective. Okay, so now you've identified your weaknesses, it's really important to stick to your strengths because strengths is very important as it is letting us be positive with our swimming, and we are making our weaknesses into our strengths so we feel positive with everything in our skills and we are more than capable to get to our potentials. So a goal for my strength is I maintain my motivation as I want to keep progressing in my abilities and become the best swimmer I can be. To reach my potentials, I know I need to keep motivating myself to engage with the activities set. So we don't want to forget our strengths in swimming. So that is making our goals more effective to us. So if we could look at our goals again and just see how effective we can make these and put a time bound on them and to see if they actually are achievable for us, because we don't want to make a goal out there that we can't actually achieve. We want to make sure it is at our own potential. Okay, so I just want to say thank you very much for listening to this video. Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.